Let's talk about all the cameos and variants in Deadpool and Wolverine. This is Exasperator Explains. Heavy spoilers as I go through most of the major cameos that I noticed. Most of them do not amount to much other than brief appearances, but let's dive into it. And I will say, if you noticed any that I missed, please comment them below, as during some fight scenes I'm sure some slipped by. First off, the Deadpool core. Several were revealed by trailers, but there are quite a few of them, the majority of which are just slightly different sizes and costumes that do not seem to be specific variants from the comics, at least upon my initial viewing. There's of course Dogpool, appearing as a different species of canine from the comic book counterpart, Lady Deadpool and Kidpool, who are main members of the original Deadpool core, along with Headpool, which is actually a Marvel zombie. The Samurai Deadpool originates from the comic book series 5 Ronin, which tells Marvel tales set in Japan. Zenpool is from a comic book event called Axis, which switched the alignments of various characters, and this Deadpool became a pacifist, not reflected in the movie. Deadpool 299 is very distinctly showing up in the movie, which is Wade Wilson's daughter in the comics. Golden Age Deadpool, also part of the Deadpool core, is also very distinctive with his gas mask. There was a Deadpool that was in a mostly black costume, which may have been an X-Force Deadpool, but it was tough to tell. And of course you could pick out Cowboy Deadpool and Welshpool, which was a reference to Ryan Reynolds' soccer team and apparently played by a player on the team. One that stuck out that I'm not certain of origin is the Scottish Deadpool with a claymore. I don't know of a particular instance of this in the comics, but I'm sure it's just slipping my mind. Nicepool, the variant with the most screen time, is not from a single direct comic book iteration as far as I can tell, more of an amalgamation of some various better or nice Deadpools that have shown up. Noticeably, there were some major Deadpool variants missing. Evil Deadpool, who was cobbled together from parts left over from Deadpool's fights, and having 2 left arms was a major one. There was also not an Ultimate Universe Deadpool that I could see, with his distinctive encased face, or Dreadpool, the one where a lot of these variants showed up as he killed Deadpool variants in the comic series. And there are plenty of others in the comics that obviously did not show up in the movie either. As far as Wolverines go, there was the comic book height accurate Wolverine, Patch from his Madripoor disguise, the tan-suited Wolverine, one I can only assume is supposed to be Old Man Logan, and the feral-looking Logan with 1 arm is from the Age of Apocalypse timeline. The crucified one is not a specific variant, but pulled directly from an Uncanny X-Men cover. I'm not really going to go into the hero cameos as they are all specifically pointed out and introduced, though the jokes about the behind the scenes matters were some of the most obscure and funniest to me, such as Wesley Snipes hating Ryan Reynolds from Blade Trinity, and Channing Tatum's attempt to make a Gambit movie for the last decade plus. So amongst the villains in Cassandra Nova's goons, there was a cavalcade of Fox-era villains. Obviously, Sabretooth, Pyro, Juggernaut, Toad, and Azazel, but there were some more obscure ones in the fight as well. You could see Lady Deathstrike from X-Men 2, the Russian from the Thomas Jane Punisher movie, Psylocke, Callisto, the Blowfish guy from X-Men 3, and I even think there was a Bullseye variant in the mix from Daredevil. All in all, I enjoyed the movie, a lot of characters, and I'm certain there are more that I didn't notice. So if you did see anyone I didn't mention, please leave it in the comments below. If you've made it to the end of the video, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.